Hey, Good Fox here. So I want to talk about Antonio Brown being the Madden 19 cover boy opposite. Obviously, he'll be in the standard edition opposite of Owens on the Hall of Fame edition. This kind of leaked out here. I don't think EA is ready with their marketing. Maybe they'll do something today when I release this video, as is apt to do. I always put news out late. This was on the sub a couple days ago. The Madden sub had this cover that was on, what was it, GameStop, I think, put this on their Madden 19 cover accidentally first. Somebody clipped it and got it for us. And then on the Mutt sub, there was this little graphic here. And Antonio Brown said, Antonio Brown, their father, said he's on the cover too. So it's pretty much confirmed Antonio Brown is the cover athlete. We'll see if EA does a lot of marketing with it. I know in, was it 16 when we had a vote going into 16 who was going to be on the cover, Odell. I know Antonio Brown was one of the options. I think Gronk was too. So Gronk made it, Odell, and now Antonio. Now, Gronk's team did very well. The Brady team did very well. We can go through the history of the curse, and we'll do that in a second here. I'll just give my thoughts on Brown. Obviously, a supreme playmaker, a guy that I like and respect as a full player quite a bit. Being a Steelers fan myself, I am in no way biased towards Antonio Brown being on the cover, and my enjoyment of Madden really doesn't have anything to do with the cover athlete. Usually the cover athlete kind of hints towards what the game is featured about that year. Like, say Odell was on the cover and we got some nice spec catches. Sherman was on the cover of 15. We got some new defense. I forgot the name of it, but I think it was a little bit more focused on defense. And, you know, going all the way back to Ray Lewis on the cover in 05, Mike Vick in 04, and so on and so forth. With those new improvements each year, they kind of focused it with the player. So Antonio Brown, and maybe they've gone away from that in previous years or in recent years because Tom Brady being on the cover and passing being so tough, kind of in 18, and then Clint saying on the podcast that passing is gonna be tougher in 19. We'll see what Antonio Brown does to the game. I'm not really looking forward to much because I don't think they're going to do anything with like spec catches to increase it. Maybe they'll do something. You know, they changed up route running. They gave that 3 different route running attributes now instead of 1. So maybe that's Antonio Brown's thing. But we'll see. Receivers, they've had it for a couple years now, 17, 18. They've had a hard time hanging to the ball in traffic. And as you guys know, if you watch Steelers games, a lot of times Roethlisberger's, like the offense will just be like throw the ball near Antonio Brown, and then he'll make a play, double, triple coverage, no problem. I mean, single coverage Antonio Brown, that's an instant go. So with him being on the cover, though, you know, obviously the Madden curse sets into effect. Generally, the Madden curse is because a guy just had a career year, and everybody kind of comes off a career year and goes down a little bit. So it's kind of like a little bit of, I don't know, self-bias there, but Antonio Brown's been doing it for a few years now and doing it at an elite level. I just hope he doesn't get injured. You know, he's had some injury problems in the past. Having your team as the center of the cover, I don't know, it's kind of mixed emotions. It's great, but I'd rather have a Super Bowl. This is cool, but I'd rather have a good game of Madden. So, in the end, so what? Like, our aesthetics big to us, our team being on the cover? No, not really. But it's still cool, and a great honor for Antonio, somebody who's come from, you know, a very lightly recruited 2-star athlete. Well, maybe he is a quarterback going into college and wide receiver. I'm actually not too familiar on his college route versus, say, his professional career. But in the pros, he's done nothing but stand out. So let's move on to the Madden covers of past, and let's see what Antonio Brown has in store from John Madden on the cover. All right, well, good job. We had Eric Williams and Carl Wilson in the background. Eric Williams was in as a legend a couple years ago, wasn't he? Was he last year? What was the first actual athlete? Sanders was on the cover of Madden 2000. I think he retired before this, right? I'm pretty sure. What is it? That's 88 retirement, 98. Yeah. Eddie George. Talk about the most overrated career ever. So he was on it in 2001. He had a nice 939 rushing yards coming down from 1,500. So, yeah, he was a little bit of cursedness there. And he was, I mean, he played all 16 games, though. But, yeah, again, overrated, in my opinion. Culpepper, we all know what happened to Culpepper. I guess we can go take a look at his stats. I want to make sure I'm looking at the right year. So, Madden 2002 would be the 2002 season. Temps, but not bad. Right? Wouldn't it be 2002 or would it be 2003? Man, I should have looked this up. So 2002 would be Madden 03. So the 2002 season, yeah, actually Culpepper didn't have too bad of a season that year. The 01 season, Man, I can't think this late at night. I apologize, guys. Move down. 2001. Not the greatest of years. Yeah, actually, that was a down year, wasn't it? Ooh, ouch. But what am I doing regaling you with the specifics of the Madden curse? You guys know everything. Vic got Vic'd. Falk. How did Falk's year go? Let's see what Vic did. Was this the year he got... yeah, 2006. He kind of... he had a good year that year. Man, he never really passed for a lot of yards. Took 7 and 8 off on a volunteer trip to Major League Baseball, I think was the thing. Yeah, he had to drop down in 2002 when he was on the cover. Madden 02. Because this past year was Madden 18 and it started in the year 2017. So, like, Tom Brady here had a decent year. You know, got decently far. Same with the previous year where they had a Patriot on. Odell had a down year. Well, no, he got injured in 7. No, he had a pretty decent year. 16, yeah. So he had a pretty decent year the next year in 16. Mobile, we don't care. Sherman, Legion of Boom. I mean, Legion of Boom's gone, but this is a couple years later. Yeah, that's, I mean, a fine career. He was still healthy every single game. Still being Richard Sherman. These are the legend year. I guess they had Adrian Peterson. Peterson in Madden 25, a.k.a. 14. Let's keep scrolling. Rough. That's a rough one. Yikes. Oh, wait. This is yeah, it was the 2013 season. Okay, he had a decent season that year. Kelvin. Good luck. I lost this video. What am I doing? Not bad at all. Terrible. Peyton Hillis turned terrible. Breeze, you know, still being Drew Brees to this day. Palomalu, Fitzgerald, Favre had a down year. All right, so Madden curse, you're kind of a mixed bag, but in the end, you can't be too disappointed. Antonio and T.O., 2 wide receivers on the cover. I don't know what to say. I hope it's a passing year. Passing's more fun, but the passing needs to be based off of reads, not necessarily the wide receiver making the plays themselves. Because, you know, that brings a lot of, like, RNG into it. Like, are we going to see a separation of elite receivers from mediocre receivers? Like, will it matter in MUT when we just have elite receivers? Like, these are the questions that we got to ask ourselves in Madden 19. Like, how are we going to differentiate Owens from Antonio? I mean, I know they each probably have really good route running. Antonio's probably got all 3 route running elite levels. So, like, how is him running a deep post different than Owens? Height factor? Like, he's not going to catch it over those stud DBs or any DBs, really, with the swap button active. I guess this is all to be seen. Let me know what you guys think about Antonio Brown being the cover athlete of Madden 19. We kind of rambled on. We really had no direction for this video. But, you know, for those 3 people still watching, thank you. And I will see you tomorrow.